What's up, guys? This is Michael Barr from Volumes, and you're watching KM Interviews. Totally go back.
Okay. You guys podcast?
No.
Oh, you use YouTube?
Yeah.
Just what's your username?
It's KM Interviews. It's like do you guys listen to hardcore music at all?
Yeah, I'm in a metalcore. I listen to ADR, Prada, Slipper.
Don't worry, it's probably right.
No way.
Yeah, so Volume, do you know Volumes?
Yeah.
This is the lead singer.
Dude. What's your Instagram, man?
My Instagram?
Yeah.
Michael Barr. What?
I listened to a track from you guys not too long ago. My friend introduced me to you. I really liked it.
Thanks.
You guys have a solid sound.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, so we're playing that down the street.
Really?
Yeah, we're just doing an interview real quick before.
Nice.
That's funny. Who would have thought? Alright, sorry, just
Dude,
my Tommy.
Check 1, 2. I'm holding it like I'm on stage. Check 1, 2.
Who's the guy that goes around on that show in California, like Hugh Hausner?
Oh, Heel Hauser, yeah.
I feel like that guy. What are you doing over here? You never seen that show? He goes to these towns and he's just like, "What are you doing over here? You got these little toys and you got..." Ridiculous. All right. Tour's going really good. It's like a tour that it's a smaller tour as far as like how many bands are on it. It's a 4-band package, so it goes by pretty quick, which I like. And all these guys on the tour are like phenomenal performers, and everyone has an energetic show, and it's just like a constant wave until Devil Wears Prada walks off stage. It's just like energy every set, and then you walk off stage and you just feed off each other, and everyone's telling you how good of a set they had, so it makes you go out there and perform way harder, and it's really inspiring. So it's cool. It's been a really good experience. It's a good, fun tour. It went really well. He came out last night, and he killed it. It was good to have him back on stage. The energy was there, and it felt like old times again. Right now, we have this guy Dane Markinson, who's we got him through the Faceless, and he's a really, really good guy. And he's kind of taken this unofficial title as dad of the band. He is the oldest right now, and basically he's just made us feel really comfortable and really good about the situation. He's a hard worker, and he's really dedicated to what he's doing right now, which sometimes with fill-ins that doesn't really happen. They're kind of just there to hang out for the party, and he's totally has his head in the game. So we're really happy with him. Really happy with him. They've been good. Comparing it to, we did a tour with Mice and Men last winter, and that was a young crowd, and it was hard to get those. It was fun. Every show was phenomenal, sold out, packed, but it was always a challenge to get the reaction that we wanted, and we're a heavier band. So on this tour, it's kind of reminiscent of that, but it's a lot easier for us to go out there and do what we want with Texas in July opening up for us, and then following up with the Ghost Inside. It's just it's like I said, the energy's just there, and it's kind of we don't really have to do too much. Texas in July kills it. They opened it for us, and then we go up there, do our thing, and then it's everyone's waiting to see the Ghost Inside, so they're already having fun. It's cool. It's been a good run for us, and we get to do cool shit and have fun and play heavy music and watch kids beat the shit out of each other. I guess that's what every vocalist wants to experience at a show. But I don't know. It's fun. Reno, Nevada. We had this off day with the Ghost Inside, and it was a small venue. It was 450 kids, over capacity, and no barricade, floor stage, and just ignorance. There was 4 fights during our set, and a couple fights during the Ghost Inside, and they had to shut it down. But there wasn't anything really crazy, but that's one of the nights that stands out the most for me. No, we're pretty satisfied with the song. I think it's a wrap. As far as mixing and vocals and guitar tones, you'll probably hear some changes, but you won't hear anything drastic. It's good to go. It's good to go. It's kind of just the what came. It's literally, we haven't really changed the formula in like 3 years. It's kind of just what comes out. It's what we want people to hear. It's like the music we want to play. We want to play heavy stuff, but we want it to be pretty and melodic, and we want it to be toned down at parts and then get heavy again. I mean, we look at every song as like a roller coaster ride and like what you're going to do with it. So it's just kind of like natural. It's not like, there's no really like, we're not trying to copy anyone or like go for this exact sound. It's just like what we feel and what we want to hear. And it kind of just, like on this album, it's definitely like the same sound, the same volumes, but you know, we matured a little bit and it's a little bit different. As far as like, it's a little bit quieter, and it's also the heaviest stuff we wrote. So we just kind of keep that in mind. We want to paint a picture. We don't want it just to be heavy. So that's how we look at it as art, and that we want this like really nice, cohesive, flowing picture going on. So we were talking about a few names last week. That's one thing that is stumping us right now. We want to nail it. We want something that we can talk about and like really touch on. So we got a few names. I'm not going to say any, but we'll probably make that decision in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah, we got to play around with the name a little bit, but we got some good ones. I do know a date, but I can't say anything. But it's literally right around the corner. Like when I say right around the corner, I'm talking like right around that corner. So be on the lookout. Save your Christmas money. Yeah. There is no theme. That's the main. It's mainly. VO is very conceptual, and like if you look at the pamphlet, you're just like, what is this person talking about at times? Like some of the lyrics are really out there. Like I even know that, and I did that on purpose with the album, and so did Gus. But on this one, it's going to be a little bit more hands-on and a little bit more user-friendly, if you will. I want stuff that people can really like listen to and not have to. I don't want people overthinking the songs. And on Via, there was a lot of that. Like people were coming at me with crazy ideas of like, is this song about this? And I'm like, no, it's literally about one thing. So I'm going to be a little bit more transparent, but keeping the integrity of what I've done with the lyrics. And same thing with Gus. I know he's not here, but I can speak for him and tell him that it's a completely different ballgame for this record, but it's still the same volumes that you guys all know, but we're just spinning it different.
Yeah.
Switching lanes on you guys. Yes. Not with Chelsea Grin. Maybe there could be. The album is done, but you never know. Like Chelsea Grin's in LA right now with Diego as we speak, and I know they're recording some stuff for Chelsea Grin. And you never know. Diego could open up a session, and someone could want to throw a lick on it. We could use it. There's nothing planned with Chelsea Grin. We do have some kick-ass features that I can't say anything about, but we're super excited about it, and we are super happy that we got this individual to be a part of it. And look out for that too. So there is a phenomenal feature on this record that we're stoked about. So. Ooh, no. Not really. I mean, it's pretty much the same process. We were in a smaller studio. We didn't have access to. We had this big studio back home in Van Nuys that we had access to. We were in a smaller area, which I feel like, for some weird reason, was easier to work in. And it's really close to where we all live. We live 5 minutes away. So the only thing different really was, I guess, like, it was less stressful. The fact that I could just get out of bed and kind of like cruise down to the studio, and then like if I wanted to go home and eat and shower, it's right there. That's the really only thing that was different. Other than that, like the formula and how we work and our work ethic is pretty much it's grown stronger than ever, and it is stronger than ever now. But it's pretty much the same. We don't like to really change what we do. or like we listen to advice, but we kind of just do what we've always known, and that's just the way it is, you know. What works for us works, and we're gonna keep it that way. So nothing too. We don't like do yoga and go like do, you know, we don't go on these crazy like vacations for 2 weeks and then come back to the studio and like be artists and stuff. We just like go in and treat it as a job and work, and we're booked for after this album on 2 tours, but a headliner is definitely a possibility. I don't know if it's gonna happen right after the album just because we have obligations already, but maybe definitely like a short like 2-week run, or maybe even like 3 weeks in between like spring and summer. Hopefully we can do that, but we will be touring as the album drops. So if we're not a headliner, you can definitely come see us on these other kick-ass tours that we got lined up that I can't talk about. So absolutely. I mean, the kid is like a genius in the studio, and that to have someone like in your band that that has knowledge of like that's like way beyond him in the studio. He's only like 20 years old, and he's like, I feel like he's like almost like 30 the way he works. And I mean, he chops it up with some heavy hitters, and he's right along, hanging out. Like, he's not falling behind. Like, he's schooling them sometimes. So it helps us a lot. I mean, he's definitely an eye opener, and he's taught me a lot about like producing and working with computers and like programs on computers. I'm like the worst with that, but he's really good. And we're lucky to have someone that is so interested and is so dedicated to their craft. I mean, he will not stop until it's perfect. No matter if it's like drums, guitars, he will stay up all night. He'll drive himself crazy. And I mean, we're really blessed to have that. He's an awesome kid. We love him. He's a good guy. It gets challenging sometimes. It used to be really challenging. It's gotten way better now, as far as like there's understanding, as like there's a job we got to do and we need to get it done. But it's not really a problem ever. I mean, we're both really cool with each other as far as like, what do you want to do tonight? If someone wants to do something different during the live set, it's like, okay, cool. In the studio, like, it's a really creative, encouraging environment. Everyone, like, I'll have Rod behind the glass, like, I'll be in the booth and I'll have Rod, our bassist, hitting me with lyrics and be like, does this sound good? Like, you know, it's a group effort, and there's like, the number one rule is like, everyone can bring something to the table. If Rod wants to write some lyrics and he's like, I have this idea, we're like, go get in there and lay it down. So it's like, we don't look like that as a waste of time. Like, we can take, maybe if your parts isn't good, it's not good at all, but there's one part that we get inspired by, I mean, you take that one part and you just barrel roll with it. That happens all the time. So it's really easy for us to work together. It's not, there's no tension really. I mean, naturally it gets like that. You're on tour with each other, but we've learned to really just like make this whole thing work, and especially like on stage, me and him have a lot of fun together now, and it's great. We're both in a good place. The whole band's in a really good place right now. Like today, this hour, this past 3 weeks, we're having a lot of fun. We got this idea from Set Your Goals. Me and Gus love Set Your Goals. We used to go watch them all the time at Warped Tour. And we were like, if we could have like a heavy version of that, it would be over. And that's the whole premise of it. And it hasn't really changed. Like I mean, like, there's a lot of bands that I guess like we see now that are doing the 2 vocalist thing, whether it's like a singer and a screamer. For us, it's just been this idea that we've had for a while, and we're just trying to perfect it and not do it the wrong way, and not like be shitty with 2 vocalists. You know, like, there's a lot of bands that like don't know how to do it right, as far as like we treat it as like one vocalist but just separate the parts. And then there's other things where we'll feed off each other, and then you have two vocalists, you can do a lot of cool stuff. So you kind of just have to know how to like play with the two parts with this heavy music. I mean, it's not easy because we're screaming. So, but we kind of treat it as like, we'll treat like every song as like a pop song. We'll go into it as like, that's how we structure it. And so I guess it sounds good to people because it's heavy too, and they're like, what? This is cool. I don't know, we try to do things a little differently. Everything we do, we just try to do it differently, and that's it. We're a different band, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I think that's the number one thing. There's a lot that separates us. There's a lot. I just feel like we're a young band, and like we're on like we're kind of in like a different generation or like a different time. You know, like you have like bands that have been doing it for a while, like Devil Wears Prada and like Veil of Maya, and even bands like Chelsea Grin's been doing it for years. But like I just feel like we're on this new cusp of like bands like North Lane, Structures, us, even Counterparts. These young bands trying to like make it more of like, and I'm not hating on anyone else or saying the bands I just named don't do it right, but I think we're just trying to make it more fun, make this type of music more appealing, like to a wider eye, make it more like of like a concert when you go. Because we just noticed, like I was having a conversation with North Lane the other night about that, where I said that and they're like, boom, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like anyone can go up there and spin and wear all black and do leg stomps and tell the crowd to split down the middle, but you're gonna see that 5 times in 4 hours, you know what I mean? So we want to be a band that goes out there and they're like, what was that band with the 2 screamers, and that shit was like, what the hell just happened? Like everyone's like, so that we don't try to be different, but I just feel like where we come from, what we're interested in is different, and like a lot of bands are predictable and Volumes isn't. I mean, like that's the most simple way I can do it. But yeah, I guess we're a little weird and different. I don't know. I scream into a microphone, that's really weird. Normal people don't do that. Yeah, Meshuggah. Basically, the shortest answer I can give you is Meshuggah, Misery Signals. That's pretty much like when we started the band. It was like fuck. Those were our 2 influences, Misery Signals and Meshuggah, along with a lot of other stuff. But that's pretty much like, you know, Diego loves Meshuggah, and then our old producer that we used to work with, Daniel Bronstein, loved Misery Signals. So they were right together. That's what happened. So it's heavier than it's the heaviest stuff we've ever written, but it's also at the same time it's very melodic and very chill. There's some songs that don't even have heavy parts in it. And we really wanted to do that, incorporate this whole, like, we're huge Deftones fans, we're huge jazz fans, we love ambient stuff. Like, our variety of music and our taste in music is like, it's like a plethora, it's huge. And for this album, we kind of just like took, it sounds really cliche, but we took like a piece of all that and really wanted to just show it through this album and show like people that, yeah, we scream and we're angry and we can write heavy music. Yeah, we can do that, but there's also like, we're into this stuff. So when you hear that, like, there's stuff on the album that, like, there's songs that I've played for people and they're like, this doesn't even sound like Volumes, and I'm like, exactly. So we're kind of going for that on this album. We're kind of just trying to surprise some people, and it's really good, I'll tell you that. Like, we haven't lost integrity. There's still heavy shit. It's like Via on steroids, and I know everyone always says that about their albums. Oh, it's like more mature, it's on steroids. It really is. It's like Via tenfold. So we're stoked. Like 3, maybe possibly 4, but right now like solid 3 songs. Yeah. Yes. There's a kick-ass interlude. Yeah. There is. And I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it, but we have a lot of surprises on the album, but we have one really big surprise that I think a lot of people will not expect. And we were like at first it didn't happen, and then it did, and it was we didn't even expect it to happen, and then it did happen for us. So we were really excited about it, and we didn't even think it was possible, and we made it possible. So just remember that and look out for our record coming real soon. Remember, around that corner. I can see the light right now. But yeah, it's gonna be a really good record, and there's surprises on it, and there's a big surprise on it. So yeah. Follow Volumes LA on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, Volumes Band. Follow me on Twitter at the Barr, and come out to the end of the Devil Wears Prada tour. We still got 3 weeks left, and I'd love to hang out with you guys. V Team coming at you from Orange County, California at In and Out. That's real shit. Peace.